And let's open up, if you look now on your model menu, you can see all the parts that you've added. And then once you drop down, open the drop down, you can see the constraints that were used for each one. So let's say I'm going to delete this second bolt just to make it a little easier on us. And this first one, I'm going to open up this insert constraint. So it's allowing me to add, if I double click it, it allows me to add some type of number. Forgot that we were in inches in this one. So let me pick a smaller number. And it will create an offset. So meaning the distance between the surface you chose. So even with mate, that would do the same thing. So like, let's say this one bushing that we did, I'm not sure if it's going to let us because everything's also constrained to this, but let's just see what happens if we try to add 0.5 to this. Okay. So it slid this bushing, and then this was constrained to the bushing, so it pulled this top part out. Let's go back to the bolt for a second. I'm going to change this back to 0. And then I'm going to right click this, and I am going to go to edit here. I don't think this was open before when we were working in here. So the same thing is you could add it here. That's the same value as when we double click. If you want more details, there are these double arrows, which will cause this more detailed option of adding limits to it. So let's say we want this bolt to be able to move out of its position. I'm going to try that for now. I'm going to leave the minimum as 0. So we should now be able to slide the bolt up 0.9 inches. So it's not quite all the way out, but it's almost there. And slide it back down. So that gives us some range of movement, range of motion constraints. So when we're in here, for the sake of time, I'm going to open up the review assignment and kind of show you some of how I have it set up, but also to show that range of motion, because that review assignment does need to have some, preferred it's able to have some ability to move. So this is our final product for the drill press. So if you take a look here, this can slide, this can rotate, this can rotate, this piece here can slide, and we have limits set so that the stoppers will cause the movement to stop. This should also be able to slide, but it's not in this case. So let me open up this movable jaw thing and take a look at how I configured it. So if I go to edit, I can have, and it's not that the your offset doesn't have to be 0. So like if I want the resting position of this to be where it is right now, I could leave it. Or I could set it to 0. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to set the minimum to 0. meaning that this can go all the way back to where it touches this thing. And the maximum, again, I'm not sure the exact value, but I'm gonna go right now for 50 and we'll see how that is. What you would do is, so what I would do actually is I would go into inspect, measure. So put this to the farthest most position in the one direction, measure the distance between these two. And then that would be my maximum. Again, these bolts don't really make sense in the position that they are in. So maybe let's do a measurement instead, there to there. So let's make it 64.327. Open this back up. So our maximum is going to be 64.327. Okay, and then you'll be able to have sliding until you have either interference on this side from this or interference on this side from these bolts. Thank you, guys.